Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy Psychic Tarot Reader here to give you your May 2016 mid-month readings. I was going to use a different tarot deck, which I have been exploring the last couple of weeks, but I changed my mind and decided to use it just for my business and finance readings, which I may at some point begin to do general ones. So anyway, for the time being, for my monthly generals, I am still continuing to use the Gilded Tarot deck. And even though we are exploring more of the last half of May than the entire month, I will still be using the same 8-card spread with an additional 9th card to represent your overall energy and crowning theme. Thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe to my channel. I see that the family is growing day by day. Thank you so very much for your feedback and support and your comments, which I read every single one of them, even though I often don't have time to respond to them. Please keep those coming because I do read each and every one of them. Thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you, and I thank you so very much. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have even a momentary place in your life. For those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and that will give you a little more information and detail on myself, the services I offer, and my contact information. And you can contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I do readings full-time, so I work pretty diligently with you and your schedule to get you readings as quickly as possible. Turnaround time is usually within about 1 to 4 or 5 days. So let's get right into this reading. This is for Scorpio for May 2016 mid-month. Scorpio, May 2016 mid-month. What does the remainder of May hold for you? Scorpio. My lovely watery Scorpios, what remains for you in May 2016? Scorpio, May 2016 mid-month. Okay. We begin with the Page of Wands, followed by the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Two of Swords, and from the bottom of the deck, your crowning card and overall energy is the Ten of Pentacles. Looks like a pretty fast-moving month, Scorpio. Let's just take a look. Okay, let's begin. So we find ourselves in the middle of May 2016 with the Page of Wands, followed by the Knight of Wands. Very dynamic, fast-moving energy in the middle of May 2016, Scorpio. I feel like this combination of cards, I mean, we have the Page and the Wands. Wands are governed by the element of fire and air, but primarily fire. It's a very dynamic combination, and it's all about movement, change, movement, action, power, forward momentum. Pages can represent messengers and messengers. They can represent children or young people in your life. They can also represent a learning energy, kind of a student apprenticeship kind of energy, as pages are the youngest and least mature energies of the court cards, just beginning at pages and going to knights, queens, and kings. I really feel the Page of Wands would be somebody who's kind of the energy of the Page of Wands would be somebody who's still learning about something. It would be somebody who still has a lot to learn in terms of a certain, perhaps perhaps in their career. For those of you for whom this resonates as business or career energy, or that's what you're looking to apply it to. And of course, being a general reading, this is going to resonate differently for different people watching, and for some of you it may not resonate at all. I suggest, as I usually preface my videos by saying this, as most of us do, that if it doesn't, you should also check your rising and your moon sign as well. So for some of you in business and careers, wands can represent career as well. This can represent maybe an entry-level position. This can represent being at the beginning of a path, still having a lot to learn. For some of you, this is going to, because it's paired with the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is somebody who actually is more of a solution bringer. I feel like you find yourselves around the middle of May 2016, Scorpio, perhaps initially struggling to learn something, or struggling to begin something, or having been at the beginning of a path and needing more information. It feels like you've been struggling with something, whether it's been a problem or the beginning of a path that you feel very creative, inspired by, very enthusiastic by. I feel like you figured there's something that occurs to you in the middle of May 2016, which is actually right when I'm recording this video. And something occurs to you. There's a solution to something that you've been wanting to do or trying to manifest, trying to start. And for some of you, this is going to represent career, some kind of creative project. We do have 3 wands in this deck, including in this reading, and including the crowning card, you also have 3 pentacles. So I think probably for the majority of you, this is going to resonate as something in your career, business sector of your life, creative projects, maybe even artistic projects for those of you who are artists. I feel like you get some kind of solution or creative inspiration in the middle of May, and it comes kind of in a real burst. It comes really suddenly. It could also represent somebody aiding you or somebody bringing this to you. This Page of Wands is also paired with the Knight of Wands. It feels almost a little frenetic. Even thinking about this combination is a little brain scrambling for me. But it feels like it's something that happens quite quickly. This is the Suit of Wands, and it does happen with a fair amount of speed. Knights are associated with a fair amount of speed, and out of all 4 of the Knights, this Knight of Wands would be the fastest and the most spontaneous. This could represent getting really caught up in an initial burst of energy and creativity and enthusiasm about something, which also the Page brings. Pages kind of birth the ideas, they conceive the ideas, and the Knights are the ones that kind of take it and charge out and begin to show that outward manifestation. The Knight of Wands would be also represent the either you're coming up with a solution to something, or somebody bringing you help, or bringing you a solution to something that kickstarts something for you. Because that's what the energy feels like to me, even though it feels a little scattered. And the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands would be a rather challenging energy to deal with, because it's very spontaneous. It has a lot of creativity, passion, inspiration along with it, but the Page of Wands, especially paired with the Knight of Wands, would kind of throw caution to the wind, diplomacy through the wind, and just kind of charge ahead on something. And that's where I feel like the majority of you are, for those for whom this reading resonates, Scorpio, for mid-month May 2016. Perhaps you've been feeling stuck in something, or you've been wanting to begin something and you didn't quite know how, or you started something but you felt perhaps like it wasn't, just the pieces weren't coming together, and all of a sudden it feels like boom, you get an answer, you get a sudden inspiration, somebody brings you an idea, or this just comes by yourself. This Knight of Wands could represent an actual person involved with the bringing of this solution, or the helping you problem solve something. In which case it could be a fire sign, which would be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But I think for some of you, this is going to represent just kind of an aha, light bulb sort of moment. And off you go, charging off into the wind. Be careful, because again, this combination of Page and Knight of Wands, this fire energy, feels very spontaneous, and just kind of, again, that throwing caution to the wind and charging right ahead with something. But they're both in the upright position, and I think I just have this feeling like you're off and running, Scorpio. And it looks like it's going to be pretty successful, because right next to the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, we have 2 aces together. And the pairing of aces together in the upright position almost ensures success. It certainly ensures new beginnings, and that's where it feels like you're You are Scorpio in the month of May and headed towards the last couple of weeks. You are just off and running. Boom, something happens, you're off and running. You're beginning something new. You're beginning a new project. You're beginning a new path of something. For some of you, this is going to be career, business, job, entrepreneurial project. Perhaps for some of you, you can apply the same energy to a love relationship, but you know, there's no cup cards here, and I'm not getting that there's a lot of that there's any actually love or romance based energy here for you. So if you're looking for that, again, check your rising or your moon sign, or other readers who maybe specialize just in monthly love readings. But you're off and running. You're off on this new idea, this new project. You're beginning your new business. You're starting a new career. You've perhaps got a promotion. Again, it just feels like the green light. It's like when the gun goes off and the racers actually start. It feels like that. You're off. It's a new beginning. It's a beautiful new beginning too. It's a successful sort of thing. But again, I feel like there's been some kind of challenge leading up to this. You've been trying to figure something out, a way to do something, a way to start something, a way perhaps to hold on to something. But we have this Ace of Swords and this Ace of Pentacles right next to that lovely, fiery, feisty, fast wand combination energy. We have the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Swords. Swords is governed by the element of air, and Swords is a suit that's all about our words and ideas, our perspectives, our mindset, our belief systems, how we look at things. It's a very mental and cerebral suit. Aces are the number one. They represent new beginnings, potential, seeds, and positive, successful new seeds. And the Ace of Swords would indicate success, number one, and it represents the successful new beginning of something. And again, it feels like you're off and running. You got the go ahead and you're beginning something new. You found the solution to go ahead on something. And I feel for some of you, this is something you've been struggling. There's something you want to hold on to or that you want to keep, and it all came together for you around the middle of this month. Success with new ideas, a new way of looking at something. And perhaps for some of you, this is going to resonate as to what energies prompted your kind of taking off like a bullet this month. New ideas, new paths, new way of looking things, new perspective. That's what the Ace of Swords represents. Now, it does represent potential and promise and seeds. Seeds still need to be planted, nurtured, and grown so that they can grow to their full fruition. But it looks like you're off to a beautiful new start. And whatever it is that you've begun or that you've figured out a way to continue on, it looks like you're going to be successful in doing that. And it looks like you have a new outlook, a new way of actually looking at it, a new set of ideas to begin this new path. And there's a lot of potential good tangible energy too. That Ace of Swords is paired with the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So Pentacles is a suit that's all about things in our earthly, tangible, material environment. It often represents things like money, finance, job, career, property, assets, tangible things we can see and touch and feel. Again, we have the Ace here, potential, seeds, new beginnings. You have two of these together. For those of you for whom this resonates, you're going to have to respond and let me know what this is, because I'm getting such a, again, almost a frenetic, scrambled feeling. You're off like a bullet. You either got the go-ahead on something, perhaps you got the funds, you got a promotion, you got a new job, you started a new business. It feels like there was maybe a waiting period or a struggle to how to do something or how to push something forward, how to hold on to something. It looks like you figured it out. Somebody either brought you the answer, solution, brought you the resources to be able to do it, or you just woke up and had some kind of light bulb go off over your head. A new outlook, a new way of looking at it, successful new beginnings. But there's a lot of tangible energy here too with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles can often represent an actual gift too. So for some of you who were looking or waiting for the resources to begin a new project somehow, for some of you, I'm getting kind of competition energy in my head. Maybe for a small portion of you, this is going to be perhaps a competition that you've entered. You kind of put the plan together of what you were going to do, and it's great. You're off and running. It looks like it's going to be very successful for you. It actually is successful for you, however it plays out. Because the next lineup of cards we have is the Four of Pentacles. paired with the Six of Wands, victory card. So again, it's not, there's absolutely no like love romance energy in this. We have none of those emotional watery cup suit cards. It's all swords and wands and pentacles. Actually, it's, yeah, 2 swords, 3 pentacles, 3 wands. It's something to do with that tangible sector of yours, business, finance, career, projects, but even artistic projects. Some of you, again, I'm getting kind of a feel of competitive energy. I don't think it's for a large portion of you, but some of you perhaps are you're entering some kind of contest or competition. You put together your plan. It looks like a really successful one. You're off and running. It feels like a lot of speed, a lot of movement for the last 2 weeks of May, Scorpio. So around, let's say, maybe the 3rd week of the month, we have the 4 of Pentacles paired with that 6 of Wands. Pentacles, that lovely tangible earth energy. The 4 of Pentacles, this can play out a couple of different ways. The 4 of Pentacles can represent holding on, in some instances holding on a little too tightly because you're afraid to let go of what you have. You're afraid to let go for losing what you've built up so far. But it does also represent a sense of, it can represent a sense of stability and building up a solid foundation, a sense of balance, again, stability. It can also, depending on the cards around it, represent stagnation, because you can carry stability a little too far. But because your cards are so fast moving and so success and new beginning oriented, I'm going with stability here because that's what I feel it is. This new idea is creating a foundation for you to build on, and it looks like you're being successful in the beginning stages of this. It's not you have the Ace of Pentacles, and then right next to it, right next door, you're jumping right to the 4 of Pentacles. So this looks like something. It looks like you're successful in starting or creating the foundation of something that's going to provide even more stability and more success for you down the road, because you've jumped from the Ace right into the 4 of Pentacles. So it looks like whatever this new thing is, this new path you've begun, Scorpio, which you've taken off like a bat out of hell with so much fire and energy and enthusiasm and passion. It looks like it's actually going to build something for you, continue to build something for you down the future in quite a good way. For some of you, this is going to resonate as whatever those that I feel have been struggling to hold on to something, or struggling, figuring out a way to bring something together and propel it forward, or hold on to something and maybe expand it in a different direction, for instance, like a personal business or creative project. You either figure out how to do it, or you're provided with the resources in which to do it, and you're off and running, and you're able to hold on to this thing. You're able to kind of pull it all together and hold on to it and make it yours. And it's incredibly successful. It's something, we have the 6 of Wands here, which is a card of victory, of triumph over something. So again, however this plays out for you, Scorpio, for all those of you watching, it feels like whatever this new beginning or new branch off or success in holding on to something is, it feels like there was a challenge in it somehow, that for some of you, this is going to mean coming to the end of a waiting period where you're given the go-ahead. For some of you, it was just struggling to hold on to something, but there's a sense of having triumphed over difficulty here. We have the 6 of Wands. You can see this man is riding back into town, and I say back because otherwise, who is he? Why is he being applauded? What has he done? He went off to do something, to accomplish something. Maybe he went on a mission, a quest, slay a dragon, rescue a princess, find his lost love, start a new business, however this resonates for you. He went off to do something. He was successful. He's riding back into town triumphant. He's achieved victory. He's dressed in his finest. His horse is prancing. The banners are waving. The cheers are praising and cheering and giving him accolades and applause. He's been victorious over something. And, it's paired with the 4 of Pentacles. So you were successful in the starting of, or the building of, a foundation which looks like it has a lot of potential playing out down the road. Some of you, I think, were struggling with holding on to something, whether this is a job, a business, a creative project of some kind. Again, for some of you, it's a competition of some kind. You've won. You're going to have success. Whatever this is, however it plays out for you, Scorpio, you're going to have success. You're going to have success. this month, moving forward, that I feel like the energies feel like they're actually going to play out for quite some time, that whatever this is, it's actually setting the foundation to be carried out for quite some time, and it's very, very successful. The foundation of this looks beautiful. Your crowning card is the Ten of Pentacles, which represents success, prosperity, and abundance, in a kind of a step-by-step, long-term, longevity sort of way. But I feel like this is the month where you actually began that. The things came together, you had success in putting something together, hanging on to something so you could expand it in a certain direction, however it works for you. But again, I feel like it's career, business, tangible energy. Again, for a small portion of you, I'm getting something about competition. You're going to, if that's the case, message me, I want to know, because it looks like you're going to be wildly successful. So at or towards the end of May 2016, time being fluid, we have a fascinating combination. We have Major Arcana card of the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Good luck, good fortune. Paired with the Two of Swords. Now I think this is going to play out two different ways depending on how this resonates. The Wheel of Fortune, it's the wheel of life, the Wheel of Fortune, always turning. Sometimes it appears to be on the upswing in our life, and sometimes it appears to be on the downswing, because it's always turning, and it's often a matter of perspective. Everything has a positive effect and what can feel like a negative effect sometimes, depending on how the wheel is turning. But Scorpio, at the end of May 2016, it appears like it is on the upswing for you. Something, for some of you, this is going to mean something occurs out of the blue, unexpected, because it's a Wheel of Fortune, that works in your favor. It's an unexpected blessing, a stroke of good luck. Something works in your favor, and it comes from an unexpected direction in an unexpected way. But it's very positive and very beneficial. Now, for some of you, it's paired with the Two of Swords, which is a card about making a choice, needing to make a choice about something, needing to choose a path, one of two paths that's laid out in front of you, or having something in front of you that needs to be dealt with, but which you've been, at least up until now, unable or unwilling to deal with, as represented by the blindfold that's on this woman's eyes. However, whoever put this blindfold over her face, whether it was her or somebody else initially, she's the one that has the power to take it off now. This can represent being at a crossroads, being stuck, not knowing which way to go, needing to deal with something but having been unwilling to do it. The fact that it's shown up in your reading is signifying that now is the time to do it. So at the end of May 2016, for some of you, this is going to play out that this unexpected, fortuitous event happens. It's a good thing, but it leaves you, it's a great thing, but it leaves you in a place where you now need to make a decision. Something needs to be dealt with, or perhaps something you hadn't dealt with before, because of this event occurring, needs to be dealt with. You need to take the blindfold off and deal with it head on. For others of you, you are in a place where a decision needs to be made, something needs to be dealt with in order for this to occur. I'm not feeling that one quite as strongly, because the Wheel of Fortune is Major Arcana. It's a powerful card, and nothing stops the wheel from turning. It is always turning. But there is a sense for some of you of it putting you at an impasse. And I think for the larger portion of you, the energies that I'm getting the loudest and the clearest is that some event happens unexpectedly, out of the blue, from an unexpected direction. It appears to be something really good, really a stroke of good luck for you, but it leaves you at the end of the month in a place where you need to make a decision. Something needs to be dealt with, which I feel has been there for a while, but you've been procrastinating or putting it off. You have something good happens, or you have the opportunity to have something good by making this decision. Whatever it is, I think you're going to know by the end of the month, Scorpio. And the cards are strongly indicating, do not allow yourself to get stuck in this crossroads energy. Take the blindfold off, look at it head on, and deal with it, because I think it's going to turn out just great. Now, your overall crowning energy is the Ten of Pentacles. Tens represent the ends of cycles, the beginning, the culmination of something, something coming full circle, the puzzle pieces finally coming together. And we have that lovely grounded Pentacles energy, earth element energy. This represents success, prosperity, and abundance in a step-by-step down the road sort of way. If you were beginning a business, and some of you I think are, Scorpio, and you wanted to pull one card to see what the health and longevity of that business looked like down the road, and you pulled the Ten of Pentacles, it just doesn't get any better than this. It's a lot of success, a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, but it's also about building a foundation too. The Ten of Pentacles represents success and abundance and prosperity that's not only beneficial to you but beneficial to your family or those closest in your love sphere, and one that has a foundation that's going to continue for quite some time. In business, finance, career, it can represent a business, family estate, family money, something that has a very good grounded foundation that's going to last a long time, and it's going to be not only a benefit to you but benefit to your family or those closest around you, perhaps those that you help or support. This is your overall energy, your crowning energy. So again, however this resonates, whatever this thing is that, you know, it feels like you're shot out of a bullet, you're off and running on this new start. It looks to be incredibly successful. Keep building on what it is. It feels like it's initial success, but it's a success at building the foundation that you need to continue on, that's going to play out for quite some time. It does look like at the end of May 2016, something's going to occur, or there's going to be some kind of great opportunity presented to you. There's going to be something that you need to deal with for it or because of it, that I think that's been there that you haven't dealt with but you're going to need to deal with, and a choice is going to need to be made. But again, everything looks really bright, positive, successful, upright position, successful beginnings, and building foundations to last is what it looks like, Scorpio. So it feels very exciting, very fast moving, again, almost frenetic, a little scrambled. Be careful with being too spontaneous this month, Scorpio, but it looks very good and very exciting. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it has resonated for you, brought you a little bit of clarity and food for thought on how to move through this month. It looks like you're going to be blowing through the rest of this month. Good luck to you. It looks like some congratulations will be in order for you. So I look forward to seeing you again next month for the June 2016 general readings. And again, if any of you are interested in a one-on-one reading with me, just click on the About sign for more information. And you can contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. And until I see you again, which will be soon, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks, Scorpio. See you later.